The icon is us as a collective. We're now a group of people who've met for the first time last night, and over these next 3 days we've got to have a shared vision, because that's what we've got. We've got a massive opportunity here, but we all need to know where we're going and what it looks like. So the groups have had to think about the words of children in the context that we're working in, the 8 context, and now they're going to put that together in some way to visualise it, so that collectively we know what we're doing, what it looks like.
What we're talking about is something that is a physical representation of the idea and the vision of the project. But more than that, people will have a response to the icon. They will engage with the icon, they will find some sort of connection with it, and it will mean something to them from their perspective and the perspective that they're coming from. So it's not a logo, it's not a brand, it won't exist after these 3 days, and the process is as important as the final icon.
So this is the collective icon. By the string, you are all connected to it. So you're all part of the icon. You are the icon. And the icon starts here with this beautiful, diverse, not totally perfect, but absolutely beautiful icon.
So she said it was an incubator, which gave us the idea of the egg. We built it out of molding clay because she said with children we have to be flexible a lot. They need structure, but they also need us to adapt. So we had this idea of molding clay, and we put the colors together for the happiness factor. The egg is the future. It's what they're going to do from it will come out of the egg. We don't know what it is yet, but we'll soon know.
And the egg's journey, because this is about stories and about journeys. In the egg's journeys, there's some good people. There's some really good people out there wanting and really trying their best for the egg. Not always getting it right, but there are good people out there.
And for the icon, actually, we decided that we have to contribute one thing, is this one. So it's a photo which we took from a poster they have, and it's forensics at Hillside. And one of the suggestions which we had in the group discussion, what to point out, is that they really try to encourage students. If someone is interested in science, they will try to make everything to remove the obstacles. So they travel to different countries, they visit universities, they do experiments. So that's it.
So here on the foundation is the institution. And here is the wall.
When we will listen to students and what they said to us, it's what it means to be at the university is about their life, it's about their choice, and it's about the real thing. And so this is the real thing. This is our choice. And all this is about university. So it's not about only being a scientist, it's about being a person.
This is actually very Liverpool. This is a Scouser mug. It's not a red one, it's a big one. And this is the University of Liverpool in its host community.
I think the idea to have a brick as an icon, because with bricks you can build walls, but what we are doing within this project is to disassemble them and build the bridges, for instance. But we couldn't find a brick, and we were also running short of time. So then there's this cup now, which has a pattern of bricks, and it's also like, what does it say?
Scouser.
Yeah, Scouser.
This is Liverpool.
Exactly, so it's a Liverpool cup with a brick wall. And because what we were really talking about was the interconnectivity of community, of how you can tear down walls by making the similarities and differences appear, or make people understand and share those kind of thoughts.
And the voices are amplified. And they can go that way, they can go to the world, and they can go back here to the good people.
And since we think that communication with science should be very simple but very effective, we try to invent a tool to do this kind of communication. And the tool is something that is modular, so it has many different functions. First one is one-to-one communication. So you put this one on your ear, the other one put this on his mouth or her mouth, and people can communicate. This is one-to-one. But then, of course, one-to-one is not very effective, and so you can put some more parts, like loudspeakers. In this case, with loudspeakers.
And together, we can do great things. Because we know we live in a patchy world. Some classes garden, some classes allotment are beautifully green and well tended and cared for. But in the same school, some classes bit of the allotment are brown and not well cared for.
Together we can do great things, and this picture of the garden showing that if nobody take care of it, nothing happen. The plant dead and die and everything like that, and if you take care about them, you can see some flowers growing up. So that's the idea. If you are there to feed and to take care and to support, something great can happen, and if you're not there, nothing happens and everything dies.
Together, we can do great things, and we can have a lot of fun, and I'm told we can go dancing.
So we chose the masks, and we have a children's mask and also an adult's mask, and we felt that it represented the ability to have the mask on or off as a young person grows up. We talked about breaking the cycle and seeking aspirations for young people, and when the mask comes off, who is that young person behind the mask after they perhaps have had an opportunity to discover who they are, have broken a cycle of being underrepresented, and had an experience at the higher education level. We also wanted to talk about decreasing the fear factor associated sometimes for underrepresented individuals in higher education and increasing the fun factor. And so we chose the masks and we thought they were fun.
But this isn't about doing great things in the same way. So we've got two stories. We've got his story and her story. We're going to change. We're going to get the boys writing with pink pens and the girls writing with blue pens.
Because what is fascinating people, that is stories about people. And it's written stories, because what is not written down is not transferred to the next generation. Of course, we have old stories by saying, but they moved away from our culture. So writing is something important, and well, we know everybody's using the computer today, so we only use this as a symbol. The pants. This is the story, the female story, and that is the male story.
And that the nature and the sustainability and the childlike importance needs to absolutely underpin everything we do, not just for ourselves, but critically for the protection of our young people.
This is a symbol of protection. You know, we want to protect the children from being their spirit quenched, perhaps, when it comes to science and education. And experiential, hands-on learning is a lot of what we do in a lot of our programs. And so the fact that 4 challenged adults could come up with this in a short period of time, children would do it better, and you could tie it to science concepts along the way. So this is our image.